Hey, what's going on, guys? So today I'm going to show you how to install a chopped fender edge light, and I'm going to be doing it on my Dyna Wide Glide. Basically, the tools you're going to need for this is you're going to need a screwdriver and some hex heads to basically remove your seats. Some other tools you might need a flathead or some pliers or something to pull the wires through some openings, or in the flathead, a really small one or tight, thin one to remove your stock reflector. I found that to be useful, and of course a nice bright flashlight or some sort of lighting source so you can kind of see what you're doing underneath that fender. It can be a little dark. And then this to me was a one beer job. You might have more trouble routing your wires, so it might be a 2 beer job, but I found it to be pretty easy and was a 1 beer job for me. So just be prepared. You might want to bring 2 just in case. Came in the kit is you got your new light with the 3 wires on it, and you also get a small bag of the reflector and clips and whatnot, and then your new wire harness. Okay, go ahead and remove your side panel. Sorry, I already took it off here, but your side panel, and then there's a little cover that goes over your main fuse. Remove that cover and then go ahead and remove your main fuse. That way you don't have any power going to any of this stuff while you're messing with the wires and whatnot. Then go ahead and remove your seat. You got a little screw on the very back of the rear seat, and then push it forward and it'll come off of the other bolt that holds on the front seat, and then just remove that. It's a hex head, so just remove that bolt. It holds those straps on, and it also holds the back of the seat, the back of the front seat. Once you got that off, you should be able to just pull it back, and then it'll come right off. And then you gain access to all the wires in there. Also remove your stock reflector. I forgot to add that. So, yep. So find your wires. It's the only one that it fits on. So, but this looks like this. If that helps, and then just go ahead and disconnect it and put your new wire harness on it. It basically hooks into where your stock harness does and onto the one that goes to your original tail lights that are already on there. And then it kind of has a new little splice that wides off of it for your 3 wires that go to your new LED tail light. You can test fit it in there, and then I would also recommend maybe waiting to install it before you route your wires. You can kind of see the channel there. I'm going to route the wires in there later, but I went ahead and stuck mine first. But in the very front of the fender, there's a small hole. That's where you're going to want to stick your wires, because the front of the fender is really long. You're not going to be able to go all the way through the fender, so, and then back around. So find that hole and use your bright light, and then it's kind of hard to see on this video, but it's there. But basically, stick your 3 wires through that hole, and then you can route it up inside and make it nice inside the fender. Right now I got it coming just on the top, so you can see where that hole comes out at. There's a couple holes there, but that's the one I went through. You want to make sure it goes underneath the frame, though. You don't want it sitting on top of the seat. So here it's underneath my frame. You don't want your seat rubbing on it or whatever. And then I only had to use one of these little clamps. It came with a bunch of them, but the channel that is in there is pretty long, but I had to use like one at the very forward. See, you can see now my wire's tucked up inside the channel. It's kind of hard to see, but it's basically just a piece of plastic that has your other wires going through there. Just kind of pull it back and then stick your stock wire harness, your new wire harness in there. And then insert your blue wire into cavity 1, red and yellow 2, black into 3. On the plug, it's numbered. It's really hard to see. I was in the garage at night, so I apologize for the lighting. But on there, it'll say 1 and 3. It won't say 2. Of course, 2's in the middle. So just make sure you wire it up right, and then push them in really good. Make sure it actually kind of clicks a little bit, and then you can push the back over and kind of crimp it down. It'll snap in as well, locking those 3 wires in there so they don't pull out on you. Yeah, I'm just trying to show you here again, 1 and 3. So once you get them in there, lock it. Like I said, they push that lock over and it'll crimp them down. It locks in there real good, and then just hook it up to that new Y harness. You got your so it just hooks up there, and you can tuck it all down nice pretty in the seat, but right now just ops check it first, just make sure you did everything right. So it just comes on as a tail light, a running light, whatever you want to call it, normally, so it looks really good, I thought. And then just make sure everything else works. So your brake lights, it comes on, It's not going to come on for your blinkers, but it's nice to check them, make sure you didn't mess something up. So it's still got my blinkers working, and then check my hazards. So it's good to go, and then go back to my brakes. So looks good. So now it's time to button it up, clean up. So basically, oh yeah, it came with a stock reflector, or not stock, but a new reflector. So I'm going in for a safety inspection, so I make sure to put mine on. I'm not sure, if you need to, but I went ahead and put it on. Make sure you got your seats buttoned up good, put your main fuse back in, and you're ready to ride. So thanks for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed the video.